So I think, guys, we can start.
Just to let you know, this is being recorded. Just that you know, so you're informed, and yeah, being recorded for those who could not join tonight.
So I'm sharing my screen. Just usual presentation. So team challenge wrap up event. So we made it. Last of us that we're coming until here. So we wanna go have feedback from you and give you feedback on your submission, and also it's like the last pump before we hand. So this is the event of December 10. We will have the 14 will be the last day to submit. So this Saturday, and then on Tuesday, on December 17, we will announce the winner. So we will going through calculating all the points based on submission, best photo, best video, storytelling, amount of submission that we can go distribute, and you will have a leaderboard with the top people that were submitting the most. Also, just a reminder, I introduced the one-on-one session. I have limited spot. I already have people booking. So if you wanna book, because I most probably I will do the assessment call now, and we start on January. So it's a good way to have a third training. So with that being said, we can move to the submission, and we can check the video. So you can see my screen, guys, just to be sure again. Guys,
No, we can't see your screen yet.
so as
We could see it, but you closed it.
okay, sorry, what's going on? You can see now.
It's loading. Yep.
Okay, so let's go through the submission. We can start with Ali, that is here. Let's see. So let's take a look at this one. First thing first, just I'm seeing from there, Ali, you have a small flare on the right. Is something, this kind of, if you don't have in frame and it's not a shape, you could have issue when you're submitting, because this will be not accepted. So you need to take care of it, because it's changing because every platform have the automatic checker for quality check, and this can be an issue.
Sorry, what do I have on the right?
You see that you have I'm putting bigger. Do you have a small flare? So
Flare from the sun. Oh, I see. Okay, okay,
there is
yeah,
a light, and also
yeah.
maybe you can change a bit the angle, because it's like the light is taking away all the shadows, so you lose contrast in this way. So I would say that as a note, and also that the white balance here is not well calibrated. So if you check from here, you take a white point, you will see. I explained the other time, if it was not there. So if I'm deactivate the nodes, those are the channel, red, green, and blue. If the white balance is leveled up, so it means that is leveled in the right way, you should have those three on the same line. So if I'm doing just an automatic balance, you will see that we are moving from.
Okay, that was on purpose. Autumn colors. I did that on purpose.
Okay, okay. So I will say that in a normal workflow, because in your color correction, the grade is taking all the image. So the whites, the blacks, the midtones are everything is going in one direction, and it's taking this light. Maybe you can just coloring up the trees, and then maybe the fog for the distance, because in this way it's just a overall correction that I don't think is working really well. So what I would suggest is you come back to a normal state, and then you starting from there, and also maybe having a bit more contrast, because you need to still produce something that is appealing, and you will start from this point and play from here. So let's see the other ones. Because also you see there that maybe it's just more the natural color of what you have, but you have already the color that are from autumn. So I think you need to still finding a way of balancing out. It's like with photo. Now you are trying to duotone, like trying to avoid using all the color. Maybe you can push down the blues. You can choose a current color, and you can work on that. So in the meaning of subject, I would say that you still have like the seagulls that are stuck in you. I would say that the movement are kind of slow, so you can go a bit faster, or you can choose to do a static shot. Because in this way, I think you are not emphasize a lot the movement, so I will go a bit faster. And also, you see, if you're scrolling through the video, when the drone is going really slowly, it's moving by the wind, and then you have like this wibbling effect. I will try to avoid that. Maybe also here check always the whites. So as I said, like resolve is really cool to check also in a technical level, because you will see on the top here what is clipped and also down. Those are the black and those are the white. So for instance, like you have an image that didn't clip, so you still have information. You see this is not cutted on the bottom of the image. So you could start from here and then like adjust a bit your curves to starting out. Maybe you see that the blacks needs to be a bit more pronounced. But yeah, also because this way when you export it, if someone needs to edit after you, because you are is buying your clip and needs to edit, they still have information, so they can still play with your image. Also, if it's a MP4, because otherwise it's like you have your own edit, but they can not do much. Also, always keep in mind the whites that are a bit clipping. You can bring a bit down. Okay, they overall like are working. Maybe you can just trying to catch a subject, because in this case, at least for those video, also depends the different condition. You don't have a real subject, so I don't know where to look. This is like more interesting because maybe I have the boat coming here, so this could be interesting. Maybe you could in a day like this one with the boat coming inside the um, the port. How it's called, like the place where like the ship are ending.
Doc.
Yeah, exactly. When it's coming in, you maybe can spend a bit more time trying to look at the subject and going around. And so you have something that's okay. I'm doing clips of the boat and in this harbor, we can say. And you have also other submission. Let's see. So guys, I'm trying to go as much as possible to check as much video as possible, but obviously we are not having the time to look at all of them. But it should be fine because you can get an idea. Also, those one, for instance, are working because you are taking a subject, so useful because if there is someone doing an edit and maybe it needs like different cuts of the same subject. You have the flag in the center with the castle, and this is I think is good. Also, the movements here are okay. So it's slow, but not really slow. So it's moving through. You have different clip. One thing's only probably like, those clip are like too saturated. Like probably it's like too much in terms of saturation. You can maybe boost a bit down without losing too much color. Yeah, to make it easier. Could be something like that. Also, you need to decide if you want to have like your tone style, or you want to just edit in a way that other can edit after you. I think in a batch you can do both. You can do an edit with neutral color, so just something that other can use, and then you can try creative grading also for propose something different. Yeah, also I think this is nice because you have like the castle. It is divided into the image. You have the village here, and also like those small movement. This is really small, so it's not annoying. But when you tilt up and down, I don't know if you're changing your control for smoothing, but that is not is a usual issue. Lots of guy have like the problem with this control. So I'm suggest you to put the smoothing higher. So when you move left and right, up and down, we don't have like the sense of like the image seems like the video seems going fluid and continuously without having like these things breaking it. So this is cool too. Also, I would say like down here in terms of composition, maybe you could leave the same space that you have on this one. Like the image is breathing a bit more. This is cool. Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, this one is really cool. Yeah, also for instance, this one is a pity that is not tilting up because I'm expecting the reveal because it's what you were trying to do, and I'm having the feeling that it needs to reveal the upper part, and then it's like cut it. So I cannot see what's going. Also, when you think about the moment, you are telling a story. It's like in cinema, no, like same stuff. I'm one way of I'm seeing it that is a simple things. You can try to reference a point A and point B, and trying to simulate the movement between one and two. So this is something that director of photography are using a lot, and director because maybe you start from here. Let's say you start from here, and then you move up and you crossing I don't know this section, and so you this is your first point, this is like your last point, and you imagine that you are taking two picture and enlarge it a bit. You are taking two picture. One is one subject, and then maybe you have a reveal of another area, or you are about zoom out to zoom in or dolly. And this could be a technique easily also to transition from photo to video that you can imagine the start and the end of your clip as a two single image.
Carlo, what do you mean by that? You mean like you focus on one part of the video and then you kind of move the drone, like tilt it or move it, and then you kind of finish on the second part. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, imagine like I'm gonna have a movement that is coming. I don't know if I have an example. Yeah, this one, for instance. So your first frame will be that. So I want to show the tower at the center, and then I want to reveal it, and I want to have the whole picture with the castle, and then the village. So what I'm usually doing that is a common technique. You trying to frame first, like the first frame and the last frame, with something that you like. So you will say, okay, this composition I like it, and this also I'm liking it. And then you try to create a movement between the two frames. So you know that you're starting from here and you ending here, and then you can play with movement. So you're trying to break down the movement of the camera as a like using single image. Is it clear?
So you're trying to say is that so well, whilst you're flying, you're like, okay, this could be a good shot, and then oh, this could also be a good shot. So let me connect them with the camera movements from this frame and ending in the next frame. So that would be like so you're
In one shot.
in one shot.
Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cool,
So
cool.
it's a easy way to take two reference points and interpolate with the video between it. Wait. This, for instance, is a really cool composition. You have like the image cut in two. You have subject. There is something coming. There is also something that is being revealed. So
Wow, that's very
yeah,
nice.
this is very cool.
Wow, yeah, that's a really cool shot.
Yeah. Also,
I guess I was able to tilt the camera up fine there.
yeah, you have just a bit of the feeling that is interrupting. You see, like at some point it's like stopping the tilting. So you see, it's like it's not fluid. This is a pity because it's a beautiful shot, but it is just setting. If you're going in the pitch and tilt setting of the drone, you're smoothing a bit more like the curves. When you're going up, it's following the head of the drone, so you don't have this effect.
Yeah, I need to make them more sensitive. That
Yeah, because
yeah,
most of the time this is what is breaking the shot because you have this beautiful feeling. I have also the clouds moving here on the shadow of the clouds moving on the river. It's really cool. And then you have like this impact that is breaking like the feeling of okay, I immersed in the image, which is really cool. And also in this case I would go a bit higher because like the line of the horizon here, like the not the horizon but the upper part of the city is like I have a feeling that I'm arriving there by maybe I need to have more sky, something like this.
Yeah, but at what point should you stop? Should you just continue going up and up and up what you're going, and then do a cut, or you actually do stop at one point?
I'm personally in the way I'm shooting. I'm referencing 2 points, like I was saying. So I'm decide this is my A point from where I want to
Mhm.
start, and then this is my end point. But maybe I want to have like more sky. So I'm checking before like the 2 points, and then I'm
Okay,
transitioning from one to another.
that's
So
cool.
I'm starting the movement. I'm press rec. I'm moving, and then when I'm finishing the monument, I let the drone record another bit, and I stop the recording, and then I stop because this way you don't need to clip it. If you master how to moving your drone directly without um, stopping it and recording, press rec for recording and for stop, you already have your clip. You don't need to clip it anymore, and it's like you can play more with color correction or with other things.
Yeah, the light's so beautiful there.
Yeah.
Colors as well. Yeah, that's also something else. You've got the choice between 5 and 60 seconds, and sometimes you want to like, oh, let me just cut this up into bits and pieces. But a lot of the times, editors, what they would like to do, maybe like they would do to a certain effect, so they want to maybe fast forward and then slow down or something like that. So it's also really important to upload these longer sessions as well, these longer,
Yeah.
the longer clips. So you have up to a minute.
Yeah, like you need to remember to stay in 59 seconds. We were discussing also before with Nuncio,
Mhm.
because otherwise it will not accept it. But yeah, also those movements, you cut it away. Okay, this is okay because you cut it and then you don't have the movement. But yeah, those are also interesting clips. I will say again, like this line could be a bit down, so you have more space, and like the ship can be there to have like a better image. But yeah, that's also cool.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last week. You must have to be really careful with your horizon. If you need to have some space around your image to, as Carlos says, that it breathes. Like this is, you have more horizon there, which is better.
Yeah, and also I was still saying that you can frame it first and then like shooting the movement. Because most of the time is this way, and after you're doing a bunch of time, you get the idea and you're doing automatically. Because also there is condition where you say like okay the boat is sailing, is moving, so I need to shoot now because otherwise I'm losing the moment. So it needs to be a balance between those two things.
Mhm.
Okay, let's move to. But great work, Ali. Super.
Very nice, very nice.
thank
It's
you.
a
I'm new on drones.
yes, but I think like you are on a good path. So
Yeah,
just
yeah, you have a good
just
eye there.
yeah.
And if I fly, if I do it with my parameter, the seagulls run away from me, you know?
You don't need to
You're
take care of them.
you're the king of the sky when you're
I know.
paramotor.
Ah, there is someone that is there of you guys. Yeah, is David.
Yeah, yeah. There's Fokker, there's David Evolt, Chris Fenton, Arthur from California. So
Okay, let's try to make some of them. Okay, I was seeing some of your shots, David. They are cool because you have always a subject in place. Sometimes with the movement, I was watching, for instance, this one. You see the same problem that Ali has. When it's tilting down, you can perceive that is not a fluid movement. You have like the perception that is cutting. So this is like normally just playing around with the setting. And also you can have like, I think you know, like different setting on Cine, normal and sport. But maybe if you're going faster, like you need to change the setting. But overall, it's cool. And I will say also in terms of like lighting, maybe you are pitching the white, so like you are clipping it. If you're seeing up there, you also exported. There is no information anymore, so you lose the part of the white. So if you take this down and you zoom in, you can see that you are losing some information. You see?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just it's a technical things, but then if people are saying like, ah, okay, I can put this shot in my film, and then no, because I cannot change the white, so it's a pity because like the shot is good and it's working.
it's better to underexpose it. That's what you
Yeah.
say.
No underexposed. Like you see, like up here, when you have like you don't have the waves like down here. It means that like the information is clipped, so you're losing something because there is like this straight line, so you are
Mhm.
clipping away some information. This
Yeah.
in a normal workflow, you should always avoid it. It's like just a matter of like checking it.
Okay.
But what I mean in camera, you should. I mean, to keep those whites, you need to underexpose
I will not
your
say
camera a bit.
you can underexpose it, but you need to just do the right exposure. You have like the histogram, and it's like referencing here, like same stuff. So you see, like here is clipped. If you are like more keen with photography, and then like you are using that, when you activate your histogram, you should then like seeing the clip of the whites.
Yeah, sometimes it's there. It's quite difficult to get a balance, when you're moving.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, absolutely. Like I'm just saying, like
And the sunlight is, this is during sunrise. So when you're moving, then sometimes you start off with your camera not facing the sun. That's when you're going into the sun, you're not using the auto exposure.
mm,
That's when
Yeah.
you end up getting somewhere in the shot. You're getting too much light.
yes, absolutely. Also, like I imagine like you were shooting in D-Log or not?
Yeah,
Yeah. So like that is like giving you like a bit of a flexibility. Also depends if you are like 10 bit like or higher. If you can have conversion, but yeah, it's something that is happening. That's
yeah.
been
I'll take a look at it.
yeah, it's kind of normal. And also, I will say that maybe you
Mhm.
can contour some a bit more your blacks, which you see like are a bit washed. So maybe you can just arriving around
Yeah,
here to having like something that is okay, it's like well balanced, and then you can play around because
yeah.
also like the lights is working. You maybe can you see just also if you doing this, you just bring a bit the lights down. It's already kind of cool because you are taking back some information. You have some information. Oh, sorry. There's some information here in the shadow. You have more information here, and so in the clouds, and the image itself is becoming like slightly more interesting and more appealing.
But this looks, then if you take your blacks down so far, they become really gray. So you really washed out. The blacks washed out.
Yeah,
So
no,
that,
you need to try to avoid doing that. So if you
yeah.
are going like too much, it's always a
Mhm.
matter of balance. So I believe like blacks never been completely blacks. So if you're staying just above, it's good
Yeah.
because also the whites. Because if I'm taking the image, I can still edit. Also, if I MP4, the same things I was saying to Ali. So you give room to the next people that's person that is taking your shot to have like a bit of um, of room to play around.
Yeah.
Let's see this one. Yeah, but overall is a good work. Also, like I like that I said like composition is good. The moment here seems smooth. Yeah, you see, like you need just to be really aware of this small movement. It's like
Gallo, I have also a question related to kind of revealing as Dave is doing. So he's kind of coming up to reveal, but he's also kind of moving backwards. And like the boat is kind of also an important part of the image. So kind of when is it good to kind of come up and go forward or come and go back? Because commonly we want to kind of go back to reveal, but here we're kind of losing a little bit the focus also of the boat. And then we have like this kind of maybe ugly thing on the side there. So maybe if it kind of gone forward better, then we'll be kind of following the boat a little bit more and then revealing the background as it goes up. So what's your
I think like for instance
on that?
what you say like this shot is better because like it's starting really from close and it is going up to revealing like the sky and the skyline. So I can reveal all this part that is kind of interesting. But yeah, I think at the end it's working. You need to also trying to keep in mind that uh, you cannot planning any shot for spot. So like there's a common way of doing it. I think this is not bad. You should be aware of the surroundings. Yeah, for sure, this is not really good. Maybe you can also remove it. But I like the shot. It's not bad. I think like it's not
A very popular place. It's an old stone factory.
Uh-huh.
okay. Yeah, depends also, like you said, if this is a landmark and maybe people are interested in it, it's making sense to put it in. Also, if it's not seem like really
This is
beautiful.
my this is my FPV drone racing spot.
Ah, okay, cool. That's interesting. Yeah, this shot, for instance, is like really beautiful.
Yeah, nice light there.
Yeah, so really nice light. So you divide like the image from here and from here, like you have tension and you are going in one direction. It's also like you are going around the subject. You choose a smooth movement that is working. Color are good.
Yeah, we were talking also with Paul Osvent, and we will also do a course about the drone moves, all the different drone moves that you can do. So that will also be a really interesting course.
Absolutely, yes. Because there are a lot of way of doing it.
So this is an interesting shot because this is what I was saying. The one before you were going backwards, and this one you're kind of going forward, like a forward reveal, which is also so good. So
Yeah, I try to make the boat is not there constantly, so you have to make quick movements or quick
Yeah.
shots in different directions to
Yeah.
get this to work.
yeah. But this is a cool shot. I like this one.
Yeah, I like to. Yeah, only things I will say like you don't have like much space here. Maybe if
Yeah.
you were tilting a bit down, but you have
Yeah.
space here, so maybe like a bit far was better. But yeah, I understand. Like I was saying to Ali, sometimes you need also trying to find that's the moment. So if you want to have like this subject and this one in the same line, you need to act in that certain moment. So it makes sense. So let's see those one. So I'm trying to go a bit faster here because you have
Yeah.
so lot of submission.
This is my backyard.
Yeah, I remember there was like one of the first that you were pulling in.
Is this your house?
I wish. No, I live about 200 meters away.
Okay.
Have you the noise this one? David?
Yeah, this was quite difficult because shooting in the snow. getting very bluish. I find that difficult to edit actually.
Yeah, because also I don't know if you have some the noise by is a bit blurred the image. Maybe you can sharpen it a bit. And also, yeah, also for the blues, maybe you can just neutralize a bit.
Yeah, I found that difficult with these shots to really get them in the correct white balance.
Yeah, I think like also depends of the tool that you use. Because for instance, what I love from Resolve, I use Resolve too, yes. Because what you can do like in a workflow with Resolve, you can just pick the white balance, you pick the whiter, and then you see what's going on, and you say, okay, the offset I need to put down a bit
Yeah.
the red, and you can check them. So if they are on the same spot, okay, you can say, okay, I'm moving from this one to this one. Maybe there is
Yeah.
too much green. Oh yeah, you have like the reference point of the parade, so the shape and also what you see in the image.
Yeah, I use that. I use that on the Resolve. So that's
Yeah, because like one thing that I was also saying in the course, you should always like doing the color correction and then like you add the node and you color grade. So you know
yeah.
that everything is okay, like it's not clipped, it's working, and then you can do the creative action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is also a beautiful subject. Yeah, also you have a bit of magenta in the image, that you can bring down. It's a bit too bluish.
Yeah, that difficult. There was also the light. It was very purple in the sky at that moment from in the morning. It was quite difficult with all that, and also getting it really. You see it in the sky. Also, it was sunrise at that moment, snowing. It was snow, so there's a lot of white. So get this all balanced out was very good. It was quite difficult to edit actually.
Yeah, sometimes it's not super easy. Oh yeah,
No,
to say just as a starting point, probably like this is better because like you see again like your blacks are washed out. It's a really a common workflow because when you get your head around it, you know that you start like before with the technical stuff, you check that everything is aligned, and then you'd go into the creative part, and so you
yeah.
know that it's a kind of a pipeline in the workflow. But yeah, the color this one was really good.
There's a strong factory.
Yeah, yeah. Like template.
I just wanted to also make a note. So because you're shooting this in like the winter season, and on one of our chats we had a couple of months ago, there's a Julio who kind of sets waypoints. I mean, it's kind of his job to set waypoints, and this would be really good for you, for example, to have shots all this and to keep the waypoints there, and then you can go back in spring and shoot exactly the same shots, and then you can do some some merges, between winter and summer.
The winter and the summer season. Yeah,
Yeah, so those are also things to keep in mind.
yeah.
Can I ask a question on that? Who does that? Because I've tried that and it moves for me so much that it's after 3 months it moved so much I can't.
Okay,
The
it's
earphones way off.
it's Julio, and it's his job actually. He sets flight paths as a job. So we should also invite him on to our platform to explain how that works.
Cool.
Yeah, I believe also that you can you can do with hyperlapse. So it's taking the weight points of each photo, and then you can combine together. So you create the video from the hyperlapse.
Yeah.
And one thing's here, I will personally go a bit more moody. So you can push a bit like the um, the orange.
That's also a question that I have. Is like you can put a lot of moodiness, or I like these shots to be natural because what a next editor would like to do with it. Um, that's. Do you want this moodiness in these shots already?
I
Or do
think
you
like
want?
there is a general like using this one. This is like the edit before and after. I think
Mhm.
sometimes you can edit things, thinking okay someone will edit after me, but then you can also edit maybe in a bit moody and contrasty because this is still usable. Like maybe like the whites are a bit too up, like you can bring it down, and so you can still leave to people like the chance of editing by sketching for the eyes. So when
Yeah.
people will go through the platform, they will still like seeing a lot of image and say, ah, okay, this is cool. So maybe I will take that one because
Okay.
this is still a factor.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of just take everything out of the box. So if they see something really nice, they'll just download it. But of course, we have sometimes people saying, "Hey, can you please send us the send us the D-log?" But that happens sometimes. Mostly through the stock platforms, it's mostly I just download what is there and then I just integrate it into mine. But what we don't want is like really pushing the saturations. What Paolo did there was like a slighter, cooler edit of it, but he didn't kind of push it down too far down the line.
Yes, absolutely. Also, one thing is like those shots, you can start like moving already. So maybe
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
cut those parts. And what I was saying to Ali also, like those shots, you can do it without clipping. So if you know that you start moving, then press rec. Then when you finish, like continue, press rec, continue, and then stop.
Yeah.
So then you
Yeah,
don't.
I noticed in this shot.
Yeah.
Mostly I cut that out.
And also like sometimes like here will be probably like there's like two white coming in place. It's like yeah, you don't have the automatic white balance. Also, one thing that I was saying like if I know that here is my starting point and here is my ending point, I can check first. Okay, maybe there is too much light here. Maybe I can find a middle way to put the setting in the right way. Because
Yeah.
this is completely clipped, for instance.
And I find it also always difficult to fly and film in snow. It's so much light.
Yeah, it's
So
true. Yeah,
Oh, this one's a beautiful shot.
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it's
that's
well
quite
edited.
steady. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Also, you can use filter or everything else to avoid this problem. Okay, I will move
Yeah.
forward a bit because you have a lot of submission, and I would say
Oh,
like
it's a
in
lot.
general, like is a really good work. There are like shot like those one that I've not cut it perfectly. I will say like cut it, and also like trying to find a bit more the balance between the colors because it's not really on point. But yeah, overall is a good job.
Okay.
So, Carlo, you said that instead of pushing the record button and then starting to fly, is to kind of start to fly and then you record. Is that what you just said?
You start to fly, then you record, and then you continue fly and you stop. So you will always have the entire movement without stopping. So you don't need to cut it. Imagine that you already have like the movement in camera, and then you can avoid to clipping. That is one of the most annoying.
That's a cool tip.
I don't know. It's always yours. Here. This Volker, I think, is here also.
Yeah.
This is really cool, like the location. I like it. Yeah, for instance, this is too fast. I will say like maybe if you were in normal mode, maybe in Cine or maybe like going a bit slower is better because it's a shot that is giving me a bit of like a twisting effect. So most probably it's too fast to add if it's not for some a really fast edit. But let's say that has less chance to be both. For a show like this one that we have a lot, it's not bad, but I don't know where to look. Like a thing about always about a subject. So I'm over the forest. What can be cutting my image? I have like this one. I have like the final parts. I have like this kind of lake. But yeah, probably like you can choose a better angle to do it. So this is Berlin, no?
Mhm.
And also, like you see the movement of the drone. Maybe there is wind. If there is wind and it's wiggling, maybe you can move from China to normal or from normal to sport. Because if it's faster, it's like you can avoid this effect. This is cool. I love like strange shapes on the floor.
Yeah, as Carlos said, the slower the movements, the more cinematic it is, and it's kind of very difficult to, like that first shot that you had where you're like turning really fast. It's a little bit difficult to add that into some kind of edit.
Yeah, for instance, also this shot. Imagine that you are shooting the woods, maybe just trying to tilt up, revealing if you have some interesting subject, and you already have something that is more interesting visually, because it's cool, but you have like you can have for sure like different variation. This also is a bit contrasted. Maybe you can just open a bit more. There's also like for moody dark things, you need to always trying to avoid it if it's not like telling a specific story, because otherwise it just seems that it's are kind of like gray or black, and so will not result in the feed of the agency that you're putting in. And this is like vertical. I don't believe we are doing vertical ones.
Paolo, can you just come back to the end of the other clip? It looks as if the white balance shifted. You see the white balance shifted right at the end there, no?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're not in see, so you recognize that it's blue and then it shifted. So if that means that your color balance is on auto, and this is something that you want to also try to avoid, is like having a on auto white balance, because you can see, because especially if you like top downing over water and it doesn't recognize exactly what color it is. So there it went from blue into yellow at the end.
Yeah, also like yeah, always avoiding it. I think it's a common good practice, just trying to get away with the automatic balance for video and start doing yourself, because you will understand also when you need an ND filter. You can get better because you understand better the light, and you can use it like in crazy situation. Maybe only when you come from inside an apartment, for instance, and you're going out. In that case, but for all the rest, trying always to avoid it. Yeah, those I think like we are not accepting verticals.
Yeah, we do accept vertical.
We do.
Ah, we do. Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Perfect. Sorry. Okay, cool. Let's see what we have. Uh, this was from Thomas. It's not here, but I want to show you guys that this is something that will be never accepted. Just as a reference point, Thomas in this case pushed really a lot, every aspect, and also you can see that there is internal noise, compression. Sometimes this can be also that you are doing your edit and you export in the wrong way. So maybe Nuncio, you can tell to Thomas to export again. And it's like in general, it's like push it too much. It's like this strange movement. It's like too saturated, like it's burned. It's a left and right movement. All things that normally should be avoided. Also maybe like black frames. Also when you export, just checking also quickly your video if you have like black frames. Yeah, this is acting extremely too much for again, like if you are seeing there, you see clip it on the top, clipping down, it's completely wrong in this case. And I think you can retrieve. Okay, so probably he pushed only too much. And you can coming back with the image, because you see it's not clipped really. it just like still contains the value of the image, so you can take back the information.
Yeah, I was explaining that to Thomas last week as well, so it's good that you're repeating it. I mean, he's not on tonight, but he can watch the replay.
Yeah, because in this case, this submission it will be not accepted for sure. Not any shots, and it's a pity because there are like things that are interesting, like subject, like this.
Mhm.
The crossing lane is interesting. You have like these beautiful places, uh, like crowded with lots of color. Yeah, we need to, because also the others are like too much. Okay, let's see, Patrick.
Patrick is here tonight.
Yeah, I just made it in.
Just join.
Okay, cool. Nice slow motion.
So were you shooting at 60 frames there?
No, like
Patrick?
120.
120.
seconds. So this shot is really cool. I will say you can hold moving on be still, because you're starting and then you're moving on the side. Since it's kind of slow, it's still working because you go away with movement. But I don't know if you were thinking about it, because otherwise it's just a lucky one that you start moving.
Yeah, the idea was to move the entire way down there, but you know, interesting things happened as I was sitting there.
Okay. But yes,
Carlo, there's a question I have for you, Carlo, because you remember some like Ali was like filming really slow, or maybe Volker was filming too fast at one moment. Does it make any sense to shoot at 60 frames per second always, and then you can kind of adjust the motion of your?
yeah, like more also upper, like in this case it was shooting like 120, 240 if you have a drone that is doing it, or a camera. It's making sense because you can revert the normal speed. So, but it's like your file will be heavier, so you need to have like a larger memory. So I will not say like shooting all the time in slow motion, or also to playback. You cannot sing really. I think it's better if you decide, okay, this is a slow motion shot, and then you try. And for instance, like Patrick, you tried to do like different edits for those two.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea, because this is a bit too washed out. I would say that trying to just to push it a bit more. Yeah, something like that. If you want something neutral, but because again, like the image still need to be catchy for people to bought them. So you need to find a balance between the two. And also here, I believe like you push it a bit too much. So if I'm saying, because you need to trying to avoid compression, and also let's see. Yeah, like it's cool, but probably like it's too much. Maybe you can push a bit down. Like I think like color grading in general, like you need to be gentle all the time, not going like so crazy. And there is like the rule of the half. You always can go up. But one rule that is always good to know, that when you do an edit, then you cut in half the value that you used. So because you're starting, you're spending like many hours in front of the things, and you say, okay, I did that, and I push it down and up and up. And one thing is like, I don't know, you have 35, you can just say like, I don't know, around 70, and you can have a result from there. And like cutting by half and half and half. I found that is a great technique when you color grading, because your eye is getting tired and you don't have like a real response anymore. Because one of the things like going away and then come back with a fresh eye.
What do you mean half of what?
Half of the value. So like if you were going up to 200 with the temperature, like with any value, because maybe you push it too much because you are staying like you are not having like the true color spectrum since you are spending like 5 or 6 hours in the computer. So you can say, okay, I can just go and get the half of that. And maybe subtle, maybe you cannot even see it, but you cutting by half all the things that seems too much, and then you will end up with a good result. And it's kind of that. But yeah, always is a matter of liking, is a different things. But yeah, just for helping your eye um, to refresh, I will say.
Yeah, I think one of the toughest things I've been having is shooting in log and bringing in the LUT and the proper LUT to get to that point, because it often brings in it seems like extends that too much. It saturates it too much.
Yeah, like as I showed it, like you can go online and search for the manufacturer if you have DJI, and you search like the log to Rect 709, the model, and then you drop that lot. Yeah, should be. Sorry, I lost you.
Yeah, I've done all that.
Okay, and you still seeming a bit too saturated.
Yeah, that it seems like it's just applying too much.
Okay, I will say try also different lots of like similar drones. Maybe you can find something that you like best. Like sometimes I don't know, the Phantom 3 is not really the same as the Phantom 2. You can switch the lot from. I have like the H2S. I'm using the lot of the Air 3 and doing for me a good conversion. Sometimes it's like mathematics, but it's also eyes and like taste, and then you need to know what you like. Because you cannot like always thinking about yeah, you have tools like the parade and other things, but you see if you have your own taste and develop that.
What Carl showed also, what Carl showed last week as well, is like if you're doing your edits and you like what you edited, then you can save that as your own LUT. And then when you go to your next video, then you can just use what you liked.
I have a question about LUTs while we are on the subject. I decided to not use LUTs anymore and do everything myself. I have a different workflow with the batch I sent yesterday. Is that something that's advisable?
I would say that it's still good. It depends what you want to do. If you want to do like a richer level where you have understanding and maybe you can work with certain client, it's good like knowing the workflow, and then maybe for your own edits you are doing the things in your own way. But I will say that depends on what you want to do. But I will say that it's always good knowing like the basic and having a real understanding, because it's helping you along the way for work. For me, this one, for example, is like too blue. Like, you can pushing a bit down, then you can. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to do much, but you see, it's like now the blue is not bleeding inside all the other colors.
Yeah,
It's more neutral, and you still have the same effect that you wanted. It's like still on blue. Maybe you can push it a bit up if you like. But yeah, just you have more information, then you don't have these things that is going all up of the image. Like the blacks are not saturated, so you can spill it down. So I think in general, like it's because it's giving you more variation in color.
and the safe sound on the scopes is down to 0, correct?
Yes. So you will say here, like normally what I'm checking is like if all the lines of the curves are going below the 0. So this is already like too much. Because then if you're exporting something like this, will be not anymore there, the information will be clipped as the video we see by David. Because sometimes it's happening that that you are going through the image, you get excited, and you do the stuff, and then technically it's not right. So you need also thinking that your image needs to be input in different monitor. Maybe it's going on smartphone, it's going on Netflix, on a computer, and so they will have conversion for each monitor, and your image will be seen like differently in each of them. So that's why it's important also like trying to stay to be aware of this.
Yeah.
I love that it seems that this car is completely tracked. It's following
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Cool thing.
Yeah, I think it's cool anyway. Like I love the moodiness that you have here, and because like here on the left, this part is like more sharp, and then this one is blending down. It's really cool.
Mhm. Cool.
Yeah, you see already like from the previous to the new one. Now you see that it's like too blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also love the fact that you move along with the wave. Yeah, it's in general is a good work and is a really cool environment. Just this part is like really cool. These are so cool. Yeah, same things. Like you push it like a bit too much here, but it's cool. Like you can just bring a bit down like the duotone of the orange and blue, but it's working really well.
Yeah, so last week I told you, Patrick, that maybe in photography it wouldn't work very well, this scene, but in video it's really beautiful. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't push the color too much on that one. That's pretty close to accurate.
Yeah, that's cool. So it was a really
It was
day.
incredible.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can see that it's really, really cool. Where is the place?
It's on the North Pacific Ocean, state of Washington on the coast.
Okay, really cool.
Pacific Beach is the area.
Nice. I need to go there. It seems really, really nice. Okay, let's jump to someone else that maybe there is still someone of you that wanna have a review because it's already 8, so we are on.
maybe you can review Francois a little bit, and then George.
Yes.
Francois below.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Let's check it. Ah, this is nice shit. Ah, yes, still of the movement. So this is a really interesting one. I would say like you can reverse it because it will be cooler like going from down to up and revealing that there is people because like will be ending as your subject. But then like the big problem here is the movement of the camera. Same thing setting, like they're not smoothed. So it's going down like fast and then it's stopping. And it's like this is a pity because like the shot is really cool.
But reversing it will make the water go up.
Yeah, reversing it, not in the meaning that you shoot from down to up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then also, like, I don't know if you can see it, but down here, if you're sometimes close to water or like you have like um, there's like kind of wiggling of the image. There is a noir effect. This can be also avoided. The location is cool. Like the shot is not bad, but again, like for instance, this is already super overexposed. You can see up there. In this case, you see because it's like being edited. What I was saying before, this is clipped, so it means that there was information, but or in the capture because you didn't capture in the log, or when you exported, you clip away the whites, so you cannot bring it back. So it's also if I'm going down, you see there is nothing inside the whites. So if I'm putting down all the highlights, it's still like a white solid, so there is no information in it. And sometimes this is a pity because there was a kind of good shot, but you it will most probably not accept it because it's extremely clipped.
It's a cool shot.
Yeah.
But he came up too fast, right? He tilted too fast.
Yeah. Also, one thing that is not bad. Like it's again like what I was suggesting before. If you want to do this movement, trying to frame this one and then frame the last one, and then you move through it because you have a lot of time for revealing. So when you tilting up, but then you cut the clip because there is no way of like seeing the environment, and it's a pity because I'm expecting okay, it's arriving and then it's cutted, and I'm expecting my eyes are expecting to see more there. A stumbling in shot is cool. Like 5 seconds just above the what is been accepted. Again here like is a bit clipped on the white. I would say like the blacks you can push a bit down. Yeah, just adjusting all in this way because it's like no washed. It will be impact a bit more and it will be already good. But yeah, this shot I love it. It remind me Indiana Jones. Cool. So let's last one. So let's do the last two. I'm doing this one and George. We're closing because I think like we have enough references. Is also a bit overexposed. You can see in the white here. So if I'm zooming in, again you will see on the parade. Those are like going away, but you still have information here. So you can bring down a bit the highlights. There is not much information, so you can bring down the exposure directly when you capture on camera, which is like a white solid, and you cannot play around with it anymore. This is cool. There is just a bit of too much white here, but it's also kind of good because it's following like a general rule of thirds, and also my eye is going in this direction, and I have like something moving here that is going out of the frame because it's like introductive for the city. So I imagine that someone is going out, but we are going to discover it. So it's you are telling something through the image.
Yeah, I mean, what bothers me a little bit with this is it's very like going straight, always straight, straight. There's no like kind of turning or revealing and kind of softening, softening a little bit the filming. It's always very. I go in a straight line.
Yeah, I also think like when you are not used to video a lot, or because like one trick is just taking a subject. So you imagine that this is your subject because you are shooting for a resort, and you trying to do as much as clip of this place. I don't know, maybe it's not a client or anything, but they're like people, for example, they're traveling, they're taking some subject, they're shooting a lot, they're like showing how the place is being made, or like the people around, and then they try to sell them directly. So you maybe you take the shot, you're doing for stock, but then you can also propose to those people, yeah, I took some shot of your hotel or whatever it is, and then you can try to tell them. So it's a good practice also trying to find subjects and shoot them. This shot, I love it. I will say that if the camera was a bit down, and you can have like more reveal of the sky, and also you see the horizon is not right, it's like oblique. Could be really a nice shot because I love that all these buildings are kind of long on the horizontal sides, and then on the back you have like something going up. I think it's a could be a good image. Yeah, again, like what's every time is like trying to find a point for our eye to look. So if Seb something like here, for example, I don't know if check this one, the entire skyline or check of the or look at the bridge. So I think like defining the more the subject is really useful to take a grid shot. And this could be simply that maybe this one, well, the shot instead of having from this side, you can shoot from this side, and then you have like the bridge really close, and then you have like this giant um, building here.
What you could also do is, for example, do a curve. So you keep that big building as in the center, and as you move, it's like the building kind of stays in the same place, but everything else moves around it. Would also be a really nice way to shoot this.
Yeah, also one thing that I'm using a lot, if you just on the drone, you track a point, so maybe you track the top of it, you can move all around and tracking that point. It's also a good technique. So is what like also the quick shot or like the automatic things of the drone is doing it. It's just taking like the normal common shot, like panning, tilting, looping around, like revealing, and it's putting one after another. And you can do it by hands and do better things because you know maybe okay, this is my subject, I'm tracking it, and every time I'm moving like my joystick, I'm still having that in center. It could be a way to start like analyzing a single subject. Also there like I think that's the cooler part. I want to see more that by I'm seeing like this giant block of water. If the camera was a bit up, was more interesting, or like also this area is really interesting. Trying to frame a bit more. Because also the location was cool, and also the light was cool. Okay, let's move to George. Well, nice shot. I love this one. Yeah. Also, one thing is like try and always look for simple stuff. So this is really working really well because you have a you have a shape. It's clear. You have a good light, and then it's like it's driving your eyes. It's kind of interesting because it's not so busy, so it's not horror vaguely that is like everything is like on into place. Yeah, I think overall those are good. Kind of like the light is good. It's in this moment. This is a bit dark. It could be slightly up.
Yeah, and again, flying always in a straight line, it'd be also kind of good to reveal other parts of that city just by kind of moving forward, but like moving slightly sideways and revealing a little bit to the right there, instead of just flying in a straight line.
Yeah, yeah. Like camera movements are also all another word. So I think it's good like trying to master them and say like okay, every time I'm for instance when I started like I take 5 or 10 movements, and every time I was going shooting, I was shooting always those 5 or 10 movement to master them and to see okay how they looks, how things they looks, how can I can emphasize a subject and so on. Yeah, this is in general is a good submission. I love the colors. I love the sky here. This shot is really cool. Okay, guys, I think like we done it because it's like already 8:50, so we are not going super long. Also for other people when they watching the reply, and hope it was useful and was making sense. And nothing. Maybe we can also speak about your experience with the Earth Challenge. And cool. And stop sharing. Yeah, just if you wanna give us some feedback for what we can improve, what you like, what you not.
Thought the challenge was very good. It was clear. Some parts were maybe not all clear yet regarding the notation of the files, like, okay, what are the limits? What can you do? What can't you do? I had a discussion with Lucio about that. Um, for the creativity, like, what do you guys expect on this challenge? It was very open, so it could go anyway. Yeah, like the challenge one was very open. The second one, you told us to take a landmark. That makes it maybe a bit more easy for people to understand what you guys are looking for. Um, Maybe you should master, that's what you're giving your feedback to, is you master your movements of your drone. So that's something that maybe a next challenge could be like shoot something with maybe your angle down or angle sideways, or try to follow a subject. It's not always easy for people to do this, because moving sideways is always also a risky maneuver, especially for people that
Bye,
uh,
Atom.
mm,
Thanks a lot.
that are not doing this on frequently basis.
Uh-huh.
So no, I thought it was a good and fun challenge to do.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I think like having we were discussing also with Paul having a bit more of creative direction, in the meaning that you have more clear instruction. Maybe for the next time could be better. Also because you know exactly what to do. But since we have people from all around the world, and we want to give possibility also from, like, I don't know, not everyone have a desert or like a forest, or could be open just to seeing landmarks and things, to give the chance to everyone to try out.
So it was good to, you don't know where everybody lives and what kind of possibilities they have. So I can understand that you leave it very open. It was very good too. I was also surprised on, okay, what can we do with together to make this challenge fun for everybody? I think that was something good that we achieved. Yeah, together was a lot of fun.
And in terms of communication, how would you have liked it to be communicated through you? Because the way that we did it, we kind of gave you a written brief.
For me, but that's not really um, I'm very new to the amazing aerial, so for me it was very. I had to search, like, okay, what do you guys expect? How do we work together? For other people, maybe it would be very normal, but for me, it was I had to search for, and also I talked with AWOLD about this. Like, okay, what do I have to do? Where I have to put my files? Do they react? Do we react directly? I had no clue, so that was something on my side. That is not something that I've done this for 4 weeks now, and my experience is very good with you guys. So it's very positive.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So David, you kind of just joined Amazing Air, and then straight away we had the challenge. So,
Yeah.
so the challenge, because the normal way would be like go and listen to the backbone course and all that. But you kind of jumped into the challenge, so I suppose there was also lots of information was missing.
Learning curve. It was like
Yeah. Really steep. Yeah,
But
also
it's
Paula and another other person will, like, other people were having like the same experience. One thing is trying to enjoy the ride, because it's normal, like, you would start new things. You maybe are competitive. You wanna try to get on time, but also like you need to enjoy what you are doing. Yeah, but you did both of them.
other
So
people, how would they experience it?
Yeah, what other guys? You have some?
I want to thank you guys for the hard work, because putting this together is not easy. Collecting all everything and sorting it out, and in the end, if Carlo or Paul wins this award, it will be kind of
didn't put this
we'll
way.
see,
So
we'll
like,
see.
I can't. I don't know if Paul submitted some stuff. I don't know.
I'll make myself win, so I don't have to buy the drone.
Yes.
So do you have any comments, Ali, about, because you've been with us for a while as
The
well.
all the information, all the WhatsApp group and all the mailings, it could be a bit intimidating for some people. It's a lot of information, some repeated, of course, and following briefs is not that easy. Naming conventions and all that, maybe it could be a little shorter, some maybe, but now people are got the hang of it. It could be simpler for everybody next time. But getting organizing, for instance, for me, changing the names all from my usual naming for this uh, thing was a bit difficult because I want to keep my original names. I had to rename them, everything, so that was a bit difficult for me. Other than that, thank you guys.
Cool. Thanks, Ali. Sorry, I just one thing to Ali. I want to show you, like, maybe for next times. I found a good program to converting like all the names is, and maybe one thing that we can show to people. Everyone can keep the same workflow they have it, and then just convert it. It's easier. Like, imagine that you have your name in convention, what is is good for you, but we need something that is specific. So instead of like trying to change your workflow, you're just converting all the names in one batch, and that's it.
What I do is rename them on Mac Finder, which does it very well. But you can also have a setting for in Lightroom, especially
Bye,
for
Volker.
this.
Thank you too.
You could export it again with these names, with in Lightroom. So it's, the naming tools are already we have it, but we have to rename it. So that it's not that it's difficult, but it's another step.
Okay.
Yeah, I would wonder if it could be simplified by we use our regular names for our files, but make sure and put them into a folder that has the first name, last name, C1.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Also because we need to know what was story, what photo and video, because it was a try. Also to divide the points.
Yeah.
Was making sense because now we know who submit photo, aerial photo, ground photo, aerial video. That's why I try to differentiate. But I can I understand it can be a bit frustrating sometimes because you've done it and then you need to spend like 50 minutes, 1 hour just to rename it and say like fuck it. Yeah, but we'll find a workaround that is working better.
Well, it sounds like I was doing it like Ali anyway, and I just created a new export rename on the way out, and then just changed it every time I changed weeks.
Yeah. At the end, like, it's not really difficult. It's just trying to work with it, and then when you learn it, it's something that you can do. Yeah.
Yes, but as I like to say to software developers, you guys learn one piece of software. We're trying to keep up with like 64 different ones.
I understand. I completely understand.
But the AI keywording made a huge difference, I would say. I'm sending more just because of that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's always been a huge bottleneck for me.
Yes, that's this is something that so we actually might be upgrading our AI metadata tool in the future because the technology has gone even further now. So apparently, because I had a meeting with the new platform today, and they're even showing that they can actually recognize landmarks. So you don't even need to put the name of the bridge in Turkey; it'll just do it for you. So this is kind of going up a level.
The next step will be they are going to create the images too.
Already happening. Yeah.
You can just stay at home and sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is when putting those 2 or 3 keywords in, is there a huge issue with the? I mean, does it cause a problem with the AI tool when you put too many in there?
Yeah, that's what I was saying last time. Just try to keep it to a minimum. Yeah, but try to keep it to. I mean, if you put 3, that's fine. But if you start putting 10 or 15, then it's just going to be too much. So it works with image recognition. So we know that it's we can see it as a beach from the GPS. We know that it's in America. We know that it's this beach. However, the clamping in that sense, we didn't know what the people were doing. So we just write clamping, people clamping, and that's it.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. So we still have feedback, or we closing?
I think I'm.
Okay, thank you guys.
I think I write because I'm tired.
Ah,
I could speak, but yeah, I'm just trying too much and I'm tired. I will write something on the. I don't know what do you prefer, email or in group.
No, but why don't you give your feedback now if you have something to say?
Okay. So for me, there was the naming files because at the beginning I changed everything, and after I didn't have my original one, like they mentioned. But now it's the trick, so I can have both. So I keep my original one. Yeah, this saved my life actually, and I had a really big support from you guys about the videos and everything because I really wanted to throw away my laptop when I started this.
yeah.
And now I'm editing all day the videos and I liked it, and I have to fix the videos I send you because I don't like the colors. But now I know how to control everything, so it's very fast. And this was like amazing because I just started with videos, so I even don't know what I'm doing. Photos are easy. What more? For me, it was actually good this challenge because I hate winter. I don't move out. I don't go out from home in winter. So I took like amazing shots, and it's like new country for me. So yeah, I discovered some hidden gems, and it was good. I went in any kind of weather, and actually, it's really creepy and moody, and I like this style. So it's maybe good. I was forced to do it, and I don't know. It was really helpful. I like I have better skills now, and I will just improve.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Aya.
Like that's
Thank you. And sorry for writing messages because sometimes I'm like drama queen. But when I learn everything, I'm good.
No,
yeah.
no, I think it's
Also the other thing, Aga, we didn't force you to do anything. You actually took the challenge, so the credits also.
No, but I like challenges. I'm like very into challenges. Like my husband is a I'm very like competitive in everything. Yeah.
Evel, great. Thanks, Aga.
yeah, thanks a lot.
Evel, do you wanna give you your opinion?
I didn't join the challenge because I was, of course, traveling and no Wi-Fi to send the content. Is yeah, I'm not having not a good opinion I think about it, but I like challenge, of course, to see other work from other people, and also the feedback is nice to yeah, this I liked it to follow it on the sideline.
Okay,
Let's
great.
go.
Oh, but where are you now, Evel?
At home, yeah, I'm just arrived at home and
Oh, you got home. Oh,
yeah, yes,
okay.
yeah.
Wow, that was a fast drive then from Albania.
Yeah, yes. I think in 2 days I drove
Straight line.
straight line back to that to home. Yeah.
Did you push the home button on your motorhome?
Yes,
Transport on
it was
from
really
the
good.
inside.
Yeah. Automatically at home.
Nice. Well, we're looking forward to seeing all your photos and your videos from your 2 month trip around Europe. So that's
3 months. But
3 months. Oh
Yes,
my
it was
God.
pretty stuff.
Oh my God.
Guys, a pity you didn't participate because the things that you shared on the WhatsApp group were really cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so many shots. There's a lot more to come.
How many shots did you take in 3 months?
I think around 5,000 videos, good ones, and maybe also maybe the same photos, maybe more photos.
Wow.
Lot of stuff.
It's competing with me, kind of probably.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, that's my plan.
The machine people, like yeah,
To beat him. Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, this was thank you also, Carlo. It was amazing and very insightful going into the video. It's very different to the photo. So yeah, I think we got a lot of great feedback and also good ideas for new courses,
Yeah, absolutely. And also new challenges.
new challenges.
They're already scared, like yeah, another one is coming.
Summer because please.
yeah. One will be more hot all around.
Okay, I have to go. Bye.
Have a nice evening, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye guys.
Thanks
Thank
a
you so
lot.
much. Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.